Okay, getting all the electronics, all the gear spread out on the, that's going to be the backboard for the power control center, as well as the bottom part being a shelf. So I've drawn all this out, but one-dimensional drawings just don't compare to three-dimensional reality. So I'm physically placing them around and seeing what I can work out as far as spacing, arranging, mounting on the board. And then I've still got to do the wiring over there for the outlets, and as well as wiring for the lights. So we're getting there step by step. When you're running wires for different things, it takes a bit to figure things out, but also just the physical realities of where the wires will go and where they will not go. Not enough room. So you have to change directions or take a slightly different route. This will be the solar cables going to the solar charger. Of course, we've already got some guide wires over here for the LED lights upstairs, upstairs on the roof, and we've got our initial wiring here started for the roof vent fan. So, getting the wires run. Got to finish the detailed actual dimensions and supports for the power board, backboard that goes here. There's going to be a shelf from the wheel well up across the heater, and the batteries go over there where the wood planks are. They're sitting right here for now. Putting together the basic spacers between the van wall and the power control center backboard, and all the different vertical spacers here and braces as well. So we've got the base support shelf nice and solid. I've got some vertical supports mounted. They are as rock solid as I can make them. The MultiPlus 2 inverter charger, 40 something pounds, is going to be mounted there on the back wall. So these supports are for the power control center board, which is basically a second wall. And I'm observing all the spacing, the space clearance between different pieces of equipment, which is why it's spread out on this, what will be a second wall here. Okay, we've finally have the framing for the power board wall up and secured. Of course, the wheel well is back there behind that board. The shelf is rock solid. That's rock solid. It's further away from the wall than I originally planned, but it had to be that far, of course, to make the wall like an 1/8 inch off of being totally straight. I don't want it 90 degrees because I want it leaning just a hair, 1/8 of an inch toward the outside of the van because of the weight of everything that's going to be on it. But anyway, so it's still practically straight and very solid. So that's the framing. Next, we got to size up the board for the wall, and if we'll call it a wall, and then we'll place things and go from there. I wasn't confident about the strength of this design at first, but now that it's done, I mean, this thing is, I can just barely shake it and the entire van shakes. So we'll go with it.